English STEM teacher. So, Michelle.
Hi, everyone. I just wanted to let you know that kids at Adams love Fuse. I mean, since day one, recruitment has not been an issue for us. Kids are coming out of the woodworks with permission slips, throwing them at me. We've got over 50 kids that are regularly coming to our weekly sessions, and I still have random kids in the hallway screaming, can we still join Fuse? I have a friend that wants to join Fuse, can he come? So I'm so excited that we have kids that are wanting to be part of a club that's all about learning about science and math and technology and engineering. And I think that that's something that's really great for Adams and our school in general. And I think a lot of the appeal of this club is because Northwestern has really thoughtfully come up with challenges that are super meaningful to kids. I mean, they got inside the mind of a 13-year-old and said, what would they really want to look into? And the challenges, you can kind of see a little snapshot of some of the challenges that the kids get to pick from. But they're working on electronics, and not rinky-dink electronics that you remember from maybe when you were in school with like a little light bulb and a wire and a battery. When these kids are working with breadboards and capacitors and resistors and stuff that is really cool and cutting edge, and it's making them feel like they've got a legitimate skill in their back pocket. They're also like designing ringtones and splicing together music, or they're kind of the most interesting one that they're working on is they're designing things in CAD. They're using Google SketchUp to design their own jewelry line, or they're designing cars that they think are cool. And if you ever want to see a kid who's excited about learning, you'll have to see any kid who just got done with something in Google SketchUp, and they save their little item on their disk, and they get to walk over to the 3D printer that we have, and they get to actually print out what they've designed in CAD. I mean, it's a pretty awesome experience for them, and I'm so excited to be able to facilitate that and see not only the cool factor of it, which it's pretty cool. I mean, random teachers, I thought they were coming to visit me because I have a new classroom this year, and then I'm like, wait a minute, they're all just coming to see the 3D printer. So it's just a really great experience for me to be part of, and the skills that these kids are learning are, they're pretty awesome. So I brought with me a really great representative of our Fuse Club. I have Danny Owen here. Danny is an 8th grader at Adams, and he's a really hard worker. He always tries his best, and I think one of the things that's so great about STEM is it rewards kids who aren't afraid to take risks and who are okay with failing so that they can ultimately learn from it. And Danny is always willing to take on new challenges. So he's going to share a couple of his experiences in Fuse, and spoiler alert, he has a present for you guys. So.
Hi, as Ms. Berg introduced me, I'm Daniel Owen, and I'm here to talk about Fuse. I really like Fuse because you gain so much knowledge, but you also get to choose the knowledge that you gain. You get to pick projects that interest you, and if you pick it and it doesn't interest you, you get to kind of switch and you get to pick one that really spikes your focus. So I'm going to talk to you guys about 2 of my projects that I've done so far. One of them being right up here. What you do is you program this little board in a language to do kind of what you want. One of the things that I programmed it to do is fade in and out a couple LEDs. So let me try to turn it on here. And then you can see that it kind of lights up in a blue color. But if you don't want to have the blue color, you can change the color too. If you wanted it green or red, you could have it red. It's kind of all up to you. If you didn't want it to fade in and out, you could have it blink or just be on all the time, which is pretty cool. As part of that, being able to kind of choose the stuff you want, because Fuse is like a really independent club. You get to kind of do what you want. Another project that I have done is the 3D car challenge. It's where you make a 3D car in a CAD software, Google SketchUp. You find a car that you like, that you would like to see in 3D. You design in CAD, you add some details that you like, and then you print it out on the 3D printer, which is pretty cool. And it's just being able to see it come to life, something that you actually made, is a really interesting thing to see. A project I'm really looking forward to do would be the Just Beat It challenge. It's a project where you kind of create almost like cells. You have this sort of chemical that you put a little piece of glitter into, and you drop it into another chemical, and it creates these little interesting beads. And it's like you're feeding these cells almost. And then as the projects progress and go forward, it gets more advanced. You get to do more advanced things, and you get to see more interesting things happen. That's with all the projects. So that car is going to get more advanced. The wheels are going to spin. In the Just Beat It challenge, more interesting stuff's going to go into the cells. And with the Arduino Crystal Ball challenge, the ball's going to do interesting things. It's going to fade between different colors, and it's just going to be more interesting. So that's just why I like fuse. So I'm going to give the mic back to this.